What's up, everybody? Welcome to VGU.TV's PlayStation podcast, The DualShock Show, where greatness awaits. I'm one of your hosts, Matt Mobley, alongside, as always, Tom Freeman.
Xbox One! No.
And Allan Muir.
Hey.
So, before we start the show proper, we have a couple announcements. First of all, a reminder. Sony has announced that on June 10th, its E3 press conference is going to showcase the PlayStation 4 hardware. We're actually going to see it. We're not going to get some crappy trailer where it's just blurry and you're like, it just looks like a black box!
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Yeah. What do you think? Do you reckon it'll look nice?
I think it will look like a black box.
I think Sony's been quite good with their design, so I trust them. It should be alright.
Seen the
it's going good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the game, but I think we'll see loads.
It's going to look good. I think it's going to look good. I want it. By the way, speaking of E3, listeners, we're going to have an E3 Super Show on June 15th. Now, last year, we had, for E3, we had quick podcasts, much like the Gamercast that you might have seen on our YouTube channel or on iTunes a couple days ago for the Xbox One press conference. You know, it was just a quick, talk about the conference kind of podcast. We did that last year after each conference day on E3. We'll probably do that again. But as far as DualShock is concerned, on June 15th, we're going to have an E3 Super Show. Nate Gamer, he was on the show last week, and he's going to E3. We mentioned this last week. He's going to E3. He's going to come back on June 14th, June 15th. We're going to have a show on that day. He's going to guest star. He's going to talk about his time at E3. He's going to talk about what he saw. Also, June 14th is the day that The Last of Us comes out, so we're going to have two topics of the week that week. It's going to be E3 and The Last of Us. Hopefully it won't be as long as the last Super Show, but we'll have a good time. Another reminder, listeners, we still have our Kickstarter up. Allan, will you tell them about the Kickstarter real quick?
Yeah,
He's like, I am not confident about this at all.
Okay, guys.
I guess I will. We have about 12 days to go.
And we still haven't gotten any more. You put some in last week, didn't you?
Yeah, we've made it to $810.
There you go. But we're looking for 2,000. That's our goal.
That's our goal.
So, try if you guys just go on to Kickstarter, search for Utopia. What is it? It's Utopia. The gaming magazine is called Utopia. So just look for it. We could really use your help. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much for all of that. Another thing that happened this week, I humbly came to CEO Josh Mobley and humbly requested some promotions for Allan and myself. For a long time, I've been considered just a contributor because I don't write much, as you guys know. Although I am in the midst of a review, which we will talk about a little bit later. But I have only been noted as a contributor. Allan, you are an editor.
I'm
an editor?
I thought I was a senior staff writer.
Well, I don't pay attention to a lot of titles. So, senior staff writer, and you're a very good one at that. But you're more than that. You're more than just a senior staff writer. And I am more than just a contributor. So I humbly requested a title change for both of us. I am now a media coordinator, while Allan is media technician and co-coordinator. Allan and I, we work very hard to bring you DualShock every week. We also have been working hard to try and do these VGU Plays. Kind of schedule them and bring them out and to you guys, listeners and potential viewers. So, we have titles that will reflect our hard work. Speaking of VGU Plays, final announcement, we're doing those. We actually did a GTA 4 one yesterday. It didn't go well.
It was a disaster.
It didn't go well, but it can only go up from there. So, but it is a lot of fun, and we hope to do so many more. If you have a co-op or multiplayer game that you want to see us play, tweet at us at DualShock Show, or find us on Facebook under the same name. All one word, DualShock Show.
And remember to add us on PSN and we'll play with you.
Yes, add us on PSN.
Some of us might.
Well, yeah, depending on the game.
Yeah. But leave us your suggestions. We hope to do not just multiplayer games, but co-op games as well. Allan and I were planning to do something together, right?
Yeah.
But what was it? I don't remember. Oh, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, I believe.
And
was one.
motherfucking Payday.
And Payday. We have to do Payday. Okay. With those out of the way, it's time to start the show proper with what have you been playing? Tom, you weren't here last week.
No.
So I'm going to start with you. What have you been up to?
All the games.
What have you been up to that you can just skip?
Well, I finished my law exam, went out drinking, then went to Manchester with my PS3 in my bag to a friend's house who I only see about once a year, and spent a week there and played a lot of games during that time.
What did you play?
Far Cry 3.
Ooh!
So yeah. That game's good. I haven't really touched the story. I've just been doing like every little side quest. And then I've recently bought the maps, so now I'm looking for all the relics. And then I'll go on to do the radio towers, and then I'll do some story. Because a lot of those perks are hidden behind missions. XCOM Enemy Unknown and my classic Iron Man playthrough. I failed yet another one. It was all going well until a terror mission where you have to save a load of civilians. And unfortunately, there's enemies that turn civilians into zombies, which then turn into these enemies that turn civilians into zombies. Fucked up my team bad, so everyone died again. Fuck that game, but I'll restart it again soon. Ballad of Gay Tony. I've been doing the drug war. I got 39 out of 50, so I'm on my way to my golden Uzi. I played a bit of Sleepy Dogs.
So good.
Yeah, the driving in that game's awful.
Driving in that game isn't that bad.
It's awful. Like, the combat's good, the driving is bad. It doesn't even feel like I'm connected to the world. I'm just floating about.
You're just like gliding across the street.
Well, the handbrake doesn't even work. It's like, what is going on? And then Dark Souls, friend and I are going for the platinum for that, so that should be good. That's my summer project.
That sounds awful.
How cool will it look with the Dark Souls platinum?
Oh my god.
Don't mess with me.
Oh jeez.
I played a bit of Catherine, which is a bit of vaginas and dead babies. Yeah. That game's odd.
That game is very weird. Speaking of Catherine, I mentioned this before, but if you ever want to find myself and CEO of VGU.TV, Joshua Mobley, very inebriated and playing Catherine, you can find it somewhere, Intoxicated Gaming on YouTube.
Nice. Yeah, that game's it's surprisingly good for what it is. I wasn't expecting much from it. I was just like, hey, look, a pervy game. But it's kind of cool. The story is at least gripping, if a bit weird.
Right.
It's very Japanese, but yeah. And then
oh yeah, Atlas is very Japanese.
And then I got my nice old Trine 2 platinum. Very good. I played a few levels. That was fun.
Just a platinum.
I don't like that game.
That game is pretty terrible, but it's such an easy platinum. Like,
yeah, exactly.
If you're a trophy whore, just get Trine 2, because all the trophies are like, all the trophies but one are gold, and that last one is a silver, and you don't have to beat the game to get the platinum. You just have to get to like level 7.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You need to get to level 7, and then at level 7, all you need to do is just get eaten by an enemy, and then your platinum will pop. Amazing. Yeah. Talk about terrible stuff. Far Cry 3 co-op mode. It's shitty.
Is it bad?
It's really boring. It's poorly made. It's so buggy, and the trophy is only just to get through it. That because it's so buggy, it's even a struggle to do that on easy.
It's a chore.
Oh yeah, I didn't feel like I was playing the game.
That's how I feel about.
Luckily,
That's how I feel about Peace Walker. Like, it's so hard to beat Peace Walker by yourself.
Yeah.
Nate Gamer was saying that last week. He was like, I don't know what you were thinking, because it's too hard to beat that game by yourself. You have to have help.
Well, I've done it by myself so far, up to the point where I'm building, spoilers, my own Metal Gear. But I've just built it, but I don't really know how to finish the game, because I haven't touched it since.
I got to the helicopter battle in chapter 2 before I was oh my god.
They keep throwing they keep dropping men down.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, this is I'd turn it on, try to play it, lose once, and it's not like I even tried again. I was just like, I'll play this later.
I really don't feel that game like a Metal Gear game, though. Not just because of the art style, but even like the enemy design, like the singing robots. And
David Hayter does not sound like Snake sounds so different in that game compared to all the others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it sounds super different in the newest one.
Yeah, because it's not David Hayter.
Yeah, but I think that's about it for what I've been playing.
All right, Allan.
Yes.
What have you been playing this week?
I played some Payday the Heist.
Payday the Heist.
Man, you guys made that game look easy.
Well, I mean, no, we were on normal. I actually rewatched the video. You can find that video, VGU Plays, Payday the Heist, on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/VGU.TV official. It's very funny, very much, a lot of fun. And, I thought we played on easy, but apparently we played on normal. But I think the first two are like really easy, like easier than than the rest. Because like when we tried to play episodes 3 and 4, we were just losing so much.
I mean, I got tased like at least 5 times.
Yeah, you gotta really like level up. Like you and I, we gotta practice so we can try not to lose.
But ironically, the only AI partner who actually made it to the end with me, Hoxton.
Hoxton's a trooper. He can do it.
I played GTA 4 with Matt and Tom.
Oh yes.
As if we're not here.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It did not.
We spent a good amount of time just fucking
shooting
around,
each other,
shooting
flying
each other.
about.
Tom wrecked up. He just wrecked my chopper. Shot missiles at it.
There was a point where Allan was driving away in a speedboat, and Tom was like, "We gotta get him." So we both got into a helicopter, and I thought Tom was just gonna shoot at him. Instead, Tom crashed the helicopter into the boat.
I do like a
flip. It was like,
kamikaze! I do like a roll, and the boat is fine. And you guys are just left in the water. Even
though Allan kind of accidentally got bumped out of that game at one point, and it was your capture box, so you obviously got your feet cut short.
Me and Matt were still racing, and like, Allan's gone.
You should still put that up because that's funny. So.
Oh, I don't think I'll have the boat capsizing, will it?
Oh, wait, my boat?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it will.
It will? Oh, nice. That was pretty good.
Yeah. But in the meantime, what else have you been playing?
I played a nice indie game. I know again, it's not a PlayStation game, but...
Is it on the PlayStation, though? Is it available for it?
No.
No.
But it's a game it's an indie game that I think should be mentioned. It's called Game Dev Tycoon.
Oh, yes.
Josh has a lot of stories of Game Dev Tycoon. He's named all of his games with some kind of reference to a phallic shape.
Wait, are you talking? Wait, he played. Is that you sure it's not Game Dev Story he's talking about?
What's up?
No, this. Are you sure it's not Game Dev Story?
Oh, I think it is Game Dev Story.
Is Tycoon the new one?
Well, no, this is made by 2 Americans, while Game Dev Story 1 and 2 are made by people in Japan. But this is essentially like the game on the PC.
Yeah.
So you can, it's like you start off in like the early 80s in a garage, making your games. You can make custom engines. I made it 10 years, and Ginormous Games basically went bankrupt and or everything got bought up by Electronic Mass Productions.
Well, what a bitch.
Yeah.
Assholes.
That's it.
That's all you've been playing?
Yeah.
Disappointed.
I did play a game. There was a game I played, but I'm not talking about it.
Is it a bad game?
No, it's a game that hurts my ego.
Let's hear it.
What is it?
Matt, you should know.
You don't know Jack.
Yeah.
Yes, that's something.
Matt memorized the answers. Cheater.
Well, Allan had no. I told Allan before we started the first episode that he was gonna fucking lose because I knew all the answers. That's the thing about You Don't Know Jack. That's one of the games I've been playing this week. By the way, I'm starting. Allan and I played You Don't Know Jack, and I've got 40% of the You Don't Know Jack trophies. But the thing about that game is that there are 75 episodes plus extra if you buy the DLC, but they're all set questions. Like you can't change the answers. They're not going to be randomized. They're not going to, they're the same questions, same answers. When I had the PC game, I was like, I never ran across the same episode twice. But, this game, it's like there's set episodes. So, the problem is eventually you're going to run out of episodes and you're going to know all the answers. So to kind of prolong that experience, all the trophies that I got, most of the trophies that I got, I should say, I got from the first episode. I just memorized all the answers, and got a bunch of trophies that way. Because I wanted to at least be fair with the other ones. I didn't want to memorize the answers to the other ones as well. So I thought the first episode is the one that I'll just kind of cheat on. But I did get Allan a trophy. Unfortunately, his ego was apparently so bruised that he just fucking quit 2 episodes in. He was like, oh, we'll play this game no more.
Yeah.
That is a game that you can platinum, fairly easily, except for the, online trophies. Those would be tough, because that game came out like 3 years ago. 3 or 4 years ago, I don't remember. But, nobody's playing it on anymore online. So like, there's like 4 online trophies of like be second place online 5 times, which, Allan's got 2 on me, so, I was trying to get him to, I was trying to lose to him, but he was not having any part of it. Play a 4-player game online, which is going to be harder, and lose to a loser and beat a winner. So, there we go. Other games that I've been playing, I've played GTA 4, as was mentioned. I practiced a little bit in Payday the Heist, didn't make it very far. Played a lot of Red Dead Redemption. Because I put it in the other day and just got addicted like I used to do a long time ago.
Are you playing the single player or multiplayer?
Yeah, I'm playing the single player.
Nice.
Because I was stuck in Mexico for so long. That act is so long. Like,
that is the worst part of that game. Yeah. It's just fluff. It feels like padding.
you're just like, oh my god, who cares? Like DeSanta and Abraham Reyes are the worst characters.
It's just forgettable and annoying. It's just, come on, I want to get back to the,
Luis is not a bad character. Luis is not a bad character, and Ricketts is a great character. But,
yeah, Landon Ricketts is cool. Yeah.
But those other two characters are the worst characters in the game. Like, you just don't care at all.
That's the thing. Well, up until that point, the game had been like really tight, and then like it had all these characters you were invested with.
Yeah, like Irish and Seth and Nigel West Dickens, even Marshall Lee Johnson and Bonnie McFarlane. Yeah, Bonnie McFarlane. But now I'm in the best part of the game, which is the third act with Blackwater and tall trees and all that, and working for Edgar Ross. Yeah, so that'll be fun. I'm actually just I'm trying to stretch it out because, I don't think, Allan, have you beaten Red Dead Redemption?
No, because I got spoiled on the ending, and I don't want to see Marston get it.
Oh, well, you're missing out on the best games of generations.
Be careful, alright, because we
not spoiling anything. Shut up.
We have listeners that haven't finished. So, careful with that. But, I'm trying to stretch it out for that very same reason, Allan. Trying to get as close to 100% as I can. I know there's a specific mission you can't do until the end of the game. But, I'm trying to do as much as I can, do all the challenges, kind of get rank 10, all that. So I'm cleaning up. I'm trying to clean up and before I do missions and all that. Getting outfits, doing challenges, trying to find the American Standard Bred for that trophy, because I've broken the Kentucky Saddler, and I've been riding Hungarian half-bred for a long time. Anyway, the last game that I played, which I am reviewing, is Resident Evil Revelations. That came out Tuesday. Spoiler alert, it's just okay.
More Resident Evil rubbish.
No.
Is it better or worse than Resident Evil 6?
Well, I mean, that's one man's opinion.
What's your opinion? I'm asking you.
I'm only 2 episodes in, really. So,
It's so far then.
I've seen the entire game played, and it's from the story perspective, it's fun and silly. It's got a lot of conspiracy theories, and because I watched a walkthrough, a let's play, to prepare for 6 because I didn't have a 3DS. But it's
played Resident Evil for the story though.
I do.
So convoluted and stupid. It's even worse than Metal Gear.
No, Metal Gear, if you really study it, it's not that hard to understand.
Exactly, yeah, I get it, but I'm a fan, and I admit it is convoluted, some of the stuff is just why, it's unnecessary.
You really gotta pay attention.
The Resident Evil's just plot hole, meh, I'll punch a boulder, whatever.
A lot of the Wesker stuff has been ridiculous, but, anyway. As far as the story goes, it's silly, it's got a lot of conspiracy theories, it's twists and turns, they're trying to get weird and crazy on you. It's silly, but as Tom says, you don't usually play Resident Evil for the story. The gameplay is good, decent. It feels like older Resident Evils, not with fixed camera angles, but it's
Can you move?
Actually, yes, you can, I believe. I believe that was the first one that you could do. You could move and shoot. Anyway, what I mean is that the environment feels the same. You're trapped on, for a lot of the game, you're trapped on this huge ship, the Queen Zenobia, and it's constantly, moving in the water, so, it fucks up your aiming a little bit. You're, you have tight quarters, tight spaces, long hallways. It feels claustrophobic, and contained like the older games were, with the mansion and the police station and all that. So it's fun, but it does have its problems. I'm gonna be mentioning this. There's the character models have been up-resed and HDified, and they look great. The problem is the environments have not. They still look like they belong on the 3DS. And another issue is when dialogue is being spoken, in-game dialogue, like not in a cutscene, like your characters are talking while you're playing, you can't interact with anything, which is fine, because I'm a sucker for story. I like to listen to what everybody has to say. Like even when you're about to kill somebody, you know, I'll just aim at their head and wait until like they start like repeating previously spoken lines, because I want to hear what they have to say. I want to hear everything that they have. Which was really a pain in the ass in Fable 2 when I was waiting and some asshole shot the guy for me. I was like, Dick! That guy killed my dog! I wanted to kill him! Anyway, so you can't interact with anything when your characters are speaking. You can't pick up ammo, you can't open a door, you can't do anything.
Just what you want from an interactive piece of media.
So, this is not an issue. This wouldn't be an issue if the
game was good.
The audio was so laggy. I've had discussions in game where it's like, Parker, I found a key. Good. I'll meet you back here. Okay. I'll see you there. Okay.
So it sounds like Resident Evil 1.
I mean,
that's like that. The really awkward pauses between conversations.
Resident Evil 1 sounds worse. Resident Evil 1 had better timing, though.
Resident Evil 1's hilarious. No, I'd say the timing, if you go back and play that, I played it not too long ago, and it's just like, where's Barry? No,
but to their credit, they said it when they needed to say it.
I don't know. No, I disagree with that.
Like this one, they said it when they were meant to say it. In this game, the subtitle pops up, and you can read the entire subtitle before they even start speaking.
That's disappointing. That sucks.
So, at least in the first game, they said it when they were meant to. This game, they're actually really laggy.
Yeah.
So I've tweeted at Capcom a few times and been like, you need to release a patch for this, because this is ridiculous.
Capcom don't care, they got your monies now.
Yeah, they're probably like, who is this jago?
Who's this asshole? No, they there was a point where Chris turned to his partner and his mouth is moving, like the subtitle pops up, his mouth is moving, and nothing is coming out for like a second and a half before he's finally like, Jessica, come over here. I'm like, okay? Like, seriously? It's a decent game, but, it's got its problems. It's really only average. It's just okay. With that being said, that's all I've been playing this week. Let's talk about what you're going to be playing, listeners. It's time for the PS Plus deals. Allan, will you please tell us what we got on our end?
Oh my god, we got so much.
We got so much!
Oh man.
We got Germinator.
For the
Sounds rubbish.
It sounds like something I've never heard of before, something I probably wouldn't play. But
We've got the cross-buy, we got Pinball Arcade, which you can get at cross-buy.
And there is an Ultimate sale going on.
Yes.
Tell us about it real quick.
Okay, so there are a bunch of games that are being sold, obviously. And
Ultimate editions.
Yeah, like the Ultimate Booyah Booyah editions.
Got like DLC packs installed and whatnot.
Is it going to be like the Game of the Year edition then?
Essentially.
Of like Batman Arkham City? Spoiler.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's got like everything.
So I'm gonna run down there are some on there that are really just that
you're like, well, whatever.
But there's some on there like, oh shit, I'm gonna get that.
You're like, I want this.
So here is what they are.
Okay.
Batman Arkham City Ultimate Edition, $23.19.
Great price.
Do you mind telling us what it comes with? just to kind of give everybody an incentive to buy. If you know. I mean,
I'm guessing it comes with Harley Quinn's Revenge.
Probably Nightwing and Robin stuff.
And all the skins.
Yeah.
Well, that's what my game of the year has. So
well, let's see. I've actually got it opened if you don't mind me going ahead.
Do it then. God.
Okay. I just opened it. Jesus Christ. It comes with the Batman Arkham City game, the Batman Inc. Batsuit skin, the Catwoman pack, the Challenge Map pack, Harley Quinn's Revenge, Arkham Bundle, which I don't know what the Arkham Bundle. I don't know what the Arkham Bundle is. Nightwing Bundle pack, Robin Bundle pack, and the Arkham City Skins pack.
So yeah, it sounds like it's the Game of the Year edition.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, it's $23.19 for that.
Very good price.
Next up, Max Payne 3 Ultimate Edition.
I reviewed that last year. I gave it a 9. I really liked it. Alan, you asked me if you should get it, and I'll tell the listeners what I told you, in case they're wondering the same thing. If you can get past, Max Payne 3 is a great game. If you can get past the screen tears and dialogue pop-ups.
And the loading time.
The loadings are kind of a bitch, but
unskippable cutscenes.
No, they're skippable.
No, the ones in between levels.
No, most of the story cutscenes are skippable. But if you're like leading up to something, like if it's meshing into gameplay, then you can't skip it. But like I told Allan, listeners, the first two Max Paynes employed a thing because they were cheap and they couldn't afford like actual cutscenes. It was like comic book format for their cutscenes. There were dialogue balloons, live action, like live people doing photographs for like these panels, these comic book panels, and it was really good. But now they had money for Max Payne 3 because Rockstar was doing it, and instead of doing that, they tried to do something a little similar by having dialogue pop up. So it was a little kind of like word balloons. There's also a disturbing amount of screen tears on there, as a special effect, which I don't know why. I guess they were trying to.
I don't think it's screen tears, more just like a visual cut.
It's a visual medium,
screen tears more. Screen tears suggests it's a glitch. It's an intentional effect they put on it, like this colourful.
It looks like an intentional screen tear, though.
It's like a green and purple. I don't know if I'd call it because. It's more distortion, because he's on drugs and alcohol.
He's on drugs and alcohol, and maybe that's what he's doing. But you'd think, spoilers, after the point where he decides to get sober, that would stop. And it doesn't. It doesn't. So
does some damage to himself.
You'd think that it would at least lessen in frequency. But if you can get past that, because it happens the entire game. If you can get past that, then definitely pick it up because it's a good game. I loved it.
Rent it.
I gave it a 9.
It's worth playing for the story.
I haven't put it back in a long time. I need to play it again though. I was thinking about that the other day before even the sale came on. So it's obviously in the back of my mind that I want to play Max Payne 3 again. So there's that.
I suppose for $20.99, that's a good price to buy.
That is not a bad price. But that's also if you have PlayStation Plus. Alan. We've been talking over you. Not even letting you talk. This is your time. Talk to us.
Next up, we've got the DMC Devil May Cry Ultimate Edition, which comes with every single thing released for the game.
So that's, I have everything for DMC, even though I don't actually own the game.
Have you given it back to Josh yet?
I still, every time we hang out, I'm like, fuck, I forgot to bring your game.
I'm sure in the back of his mind, he's like, yeah, sure.
Every time, in the back of his mind, he's like, oh yeah, I bought DMC. What does it come with?
It comes with the Virgil's Downfall pack.
Which was not bad, but...
From what I hear, it was quite short.
It was not bad, but not great. It could have been a lot better. Virgil's Downfall. So, But I mean, it's worth a play at least. Anyway, it comes with does it come with the weapon skins as well?
The weapons bundle pack?
Yeah.
Comes with costume pack.
Mm-hmm.
And Bloody Palace mode.
I've played that a little bit. There are, like, no trophies for it, which is dumb.
Yeah, you think that it would make sense to have at least one trophy there if you do.
Yeah,
make
like
it, like
completed
halfway.
Bloody Palace. Like, at the very least, you know. That's how much? $47.24? I'm looking at it right now. Before we forget, we didn't mention what was in the Max Payne 3 bundle. I think it's all just, like, multiplayer stuff.
Yeah,
though.
it's mainly multiplayer stuff.
Which, like, their multiplayer wasn't bad, but, like, it wasn't, like, great. So
it wasn't as good as GTA 4.
It wasn't anything to write home about, but you know, you can kill some time in there. I mean, if you're gonna get it, Allan, we could do some VGU Plays.
Oh, I already have it.
Oh, do you have? You decided to buy it?
I bought it hours ago.
Oh, well, alright. We might do a VGU Plays on Max Payne 3 multiplayer then. So.
Yeah.
What else is on there? What am I seeing? Metal Gear Rising Revengeance?
Yeah, the Ultimate Edition for $44.79.
I would get it, except, as everybody knows, I've mentioned this countless times, playing Metal Gear Solid series in chronological order. Metal Gear Rising is at the bottom. I have a long way to go. So by the time I actually need to play Metal Gear Rising, it will be very cheap. What does it come with?
Comes with 8 DLC items. Comes with a bunch of VR missions. Jetstream mission.
Ooh.
The Blade Wolf mission.
Ooh.
Cyborg Ninja Armor skin.
The
Metal Gear Solid 4 Raiden skin.
I really want to play Metal Gear Solid 4, but, you know.
You can't.
That comes much later, so. I might, it's a testament to how badly I want to play that I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna wait for Ground Zeroes, because it's supposed to come after, you know, Peace Walker. So I'm like, I'll just skip it. I'll just go straight to MSX, try it. If not, just watch it on YouTube. And then play the original again. You know? I want to play it really bad. Anyway, go on, I'm sorry.
Honorable mentions.
Commando armor skin as well. I'm sorry, I was looking at the Metal Gear Rising stuff. Oh, there's just skins. Okay, who cares?
Two honorable mentions. Far Cry 3 Ultimate Edition.
Ooh!
But you'll take that back after you hear the price.
Oh.
$50.39.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. What's in it, though?
Comes with... I wish it came with Blood Dragon, because that'd be awesome.
It doesn't come with Blood Dragon.
Separate. Blood
That's
Dragon's
stupid, then.
separate.
I know.
I know, but you think
It just
part
has the
of an
Far Cry 3
ultimate
name
bundle.
on it, you would think.
Yeah.
Includes all bonus DLC content. The Monkey Business Pack, Lost Expeditions, Warrior Pack, and Predator Pack.
No.
Yeah, that's not worth $50.39. Like, who cares?
Honorable mention number 2, Assassin's Creed 3 Ultimate Edition.
Who cares?
Includes Benedict Arnold, Hidden Secrets Pack, Battle Hardened Pack,
Lots of other pointless shit,
and the Tyranny of King Washington trilogy.
like I said.
And it's $50.39 as well. The one that just makes me angry is the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 Ultimate Edition.
I'm looking at it.
For $62.99.
Yeah, like, seriously, what's in this thing? I'm looking at it right now.
Basically just multiplayer.
It's multiplayer stuff. Like, who cares?
Oh, that's the only reason people buy Call of Duty.
Yeah, but are people even playing that multiplayer anymore?
Oh yeah, because a lot of there's the fan base within Call of Duty split between Infinity Ward and Treyarch, aren't they?
Probably,
So there's still people that won't move on to Black Ops 2 because they're so in love with Modern Warfare 3 and vice versa.
Transformers Fall of Cybertron is $56.69.
I mean,
just
56 cents maybe.
what's in it?
Robots.
No, I mean in the Ultimate.
I know, I'm joking.
Like, I guess...
there's actually no information on that.
Yeah, there's none. Like, I was just looking at it. It's like, that doesn't say that there's anything else in it.
It's got the word ultimate attached.
For those who like Persona,
Yeah.
Persona 4 Arena is $27.99.
And it comes with a few things.
Comes with full navigation DLC.
Yeah.
Glasses full pack. Additional colors full pack. And challenge number 30 demonstration.
I've heard Persona 4. I mean, this is a separate game from Persona 4, isn't it?
Yeah, it's basically like a fighter.
I've heard that Persona 4 is great. I don't remember if I've heard anything about Arena. And the cheapest game.
Yeah, Starhawk.
In this game, in this sale, is Starhawk.
Starhawk Ultimate Edition comes with the yeah, I'm assuming they just threw Ultimate Edition on it just because.
Yeah, because I'm not seeing anything. I was looking at it. It was like, where is it?
Poor Starhawk. That studio's gone.
But buried in this, DC Universe Online Ultimate Edition. Come on.
I had to delete that tumor off my PS3.
Yeah.
I still have it on my PS3.
15 gigabytes.
Still have it on there somewhere.
There's no point in me having it because I can't play with Allan, so no one will play it with me. So
it's $30. Not even on sale. Like it's $30. Like for PlayStation Plus, it's just $30. So, all right. What else?
Now on to the notable editions / deals.
Yes.
For non PS Plus members like Tom.
Shh. I still get the Plus content. I am poor. I struggle to even have food, so shush.
I thought you had. I thought you had it.
I have to pay rent. No, I just get it. Psh, you're not supposed to know this. I have a friend with Plus, and I may or may not get some stuff.
You know, Big Brother is listening, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, this guy just came in my room talking about some dodgy stuff. Ignore.
Now let's talk about how you steal in the PS Plus.
Okay, for those of you who don't have Plus, the Arkham City Ultimate Edition is $28.99.
Still a good price.
Not bad.
Max Payne 3 Ultimate Edition is $29.99.
Yeah.
The DMC Ultimate Edition is $52.49.
No.
Metal Gear Rising Revengeance Ultimate Edition, $63.99.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What a discount, though.
Yes.
Hey, it's better. It's almost $20 discount.
Yeah, seriously.
Then you've got the Remember Me pre-order, which is $59.99. Are you guys getting that game?
I would like to play it, but I'm not in a hurry. So.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about it.
Looks kind of poopy.
At first, I thought it was just some Facebook game.
It's Capcom.
It's Capcom,
so
yeah. It looked interesting when it was announced, but the more I've seen of it, looks poopy.
Yeah. Then there's the game that Matt's been playing, Resident Evil Revelations.
Only $50.
Don't buy it day one.
Don't buy it day one.
Wait like 6
It's
months.
really just okay. So, just wait on it.
Wait when you see it in the bargain bin.
Yeah.
Fast and the Furious Showdown.
Oh yeah.
Is $40.
Oh yeah.
Fast and Furious. Drift, bro, drift!
I'm sure that licensed game will be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Call of Juarez. Gunslinger.
Juarez.
$14.99.
And of course.
And the Metro Last Light Season Pass. Which I did not buy. Because I learned my lesson with Aliens.
Well.
The Metro is meant to be good, apart from you hate it.
I swear, every single time I see something on Metro, it's like 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. And I'm like, whatever. I essentially gave it a 7, or I essentially gave it a 7.5.
But the best part about getting the Arkham City Game of the Year, basically Game of the Year Ultimate Edition, digitally is that you don't have to worry about looking at that god-awful cover art.
Yeah.
It really is. It's just like, like a white cover with Batman like wiping blood off his face, but with like gigantic red numbers and like reviews everywhere, just like littering the cover, like a score, and then like great game and like definitive and you're just like, oh my god, this is so terrible.
It just looks like a magazine cover, but the thing is that I've got the European version is quite bad, but nowhere near as bad as the Americans box art for the Game of the Year.
I was listening a while back. I was listening to a Gamercast that was the Game of the Year edition.
Yeah.
And Nate Gamer he postulated the idea about giving the Arkham City Game of the Year edition Game of the Year. So it'd be Game of the Year, Game of the Year.
I remember that.
Then it basically just devolved.
Wasn't I on that?
Yeah, you were on that, and it was basically
I remember that.
Like slapping stickers on like meat or not meat. DVDs saying VGU Game of the Year 2012.
I think we should just print stickers off, make us look legit. Viral marketing right there. Just go into shops and just put it over.
You gotta link me to that Gamercast. I gotta hear that again. That was funny. I'm remembering that.
But the Metro Last Light Season Pass, not like others, like Aliens, Colonial Marines. Yeah, I wonder if I will ever not get shit for that.
No.
I don't think I ever will.
Unless that game magically turns into like amazing. Unless that game magically becomes amazing, no.
Unless you like buy stock in some company and redeem yourself. No.
I don't know.
It's basically, rather than being multiplayer, which Metro doesn't have, I don't think it has it. Instead, it's single player content, but you're not playing as Artyom.
Ugh.
So instead, it's basically like different stories going on around in the Metro system, but not Last Light.
I see. Before we move on to the Europe deals, I wanted to mention that for PlayStation Plus members, Sleeping Dogs is still free.
Sleepy Dogs.
So definitely pick it up because it's great. I love it. Nate Hull reviewed it. He loves it. He's told you. Other people have loved it, I believe.
I like it.
Tom likes it, though he doesn't like Jackie, who is literally like one of the best characters.
He's a stupid person.
Jackie is an amazing character.
Can I have some attention? Please love me, wishing.
Don't talk your shit. Jackie is awesome.
Jackie, you're so dumb. You're so oblivious to everything. Fuck off.
Jackie is Mission's best friend.
The shitty watch you just stole, which you know is counterfeit. Oh yeah, cheers, dumbass.
Jeez.
Dumbass.
So much hate. Tom, why don't you channel that hate and tell us what kind of shit you got in the Europe store?
That's the key word today, Matt. Shit. Nation, if you like pool, but can't afford to go to a pub, or just why would you want to play it? You can play it on anything. But yeah, it's 40% off, so yay! And if you're in a homoerotic mood, you can go to Men's Room Mayhem, which is 50% off. I have no idea what that is, but it sounds...
You probably don't want to know what's going on.
I don't know about all that. That sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, that sounds like glory holes and all sorts. Yeah, I avoid that.
Like a urinal, like simulator.
It's mayhem though, so you're probably pissing on everyone that walks in.
You're just pissing everywhere. You're like, oh my god, it's everywhere!
We're doing heroin, so cool. Then we have
stalls and whatnot.
An exclusive to Plus. What's this? Darkstalkers Resurrection. What is it? Who knows? And who cares?
It's a Darkstalkers game. Who cares?
Exactly.
Like, anybody that knows Morgan and the other two fucking...
Morgan's awesome in Dragon.
Chicks, for the other two fucking chicks and Darkstalkers, they know him from Marvel vs. Capcom. So, Felicia and Shinko, or however you pronounce it. That's Morgan Felicia, and Senko are the 3 characters from Marvel vs. Capcom 3. They're from Darkstalkers, who you literally probably did not know were from Darkstalkers.
For notable additions and deals, we have MotoGP available 13 available for pre-order. That's a motorcycling game. We have Call of Juarez. The pre-order is $39.99. Call of Juarez Gunslinger is $11.99. We have Resident Evil Revelations. That's $39.99. We have Capcom Arcade Cabinet All-in-One, so that's everything in the Capcom Arcade Cabinet instead of buying it piecemeal. That's $23.99. And then Blazing Angels 2, which is a flight sim type World War II game, and it's called Secret Missions of World War II, and that's available for $11.99.
Don't buy it.
Yeah, I played the demo. It wasn't great.
Okay. So that's all the news. Or that's all the new deals, I'm sorry. We're actually moving on to news. My bad. We're doing This Week in PlayStation. Our news stories. We actually neglected to divvy them up before the show.
Yeah, I realized that. I knew we forgot something.
Us. Matthew was like, "We need to start now." And I was like,
I asked
Matthew,
if there was anything else.
I'm not dressed. And Matthew was right in there shouting, so.
What? I've already taken the ones that I needed, I guess. So, I only really want to do 2, so if you guys want to just take what you want, I don't know. Allan, why don't you start? Why don't you start with the Batman stories?
No,
Turns out the Arkham game Kevin Conroy is working on is not Arkham Origins.
So it's not like him doing a narration or something, which is what we thought.
Yeah, he tweeted the following: "Confusion in Dallas. I am in new Arkham game coming soon, not Arkham Origins coming this fall." The post has now been taken down, and it pretty much confirms that Arkham 3 is happening.
Yay, Arkham World.
Yeah.
I wonder if I guess it wouldn't mean Arkham Blackgate.
No.
So there's obviously a different Arkham game.
Yeah, but that's still coming this fall.
This is true.
They're coming out, so Origins and Blackgate
in October.
Yeah,
on the same day, I think, which is...
I think, the next Arkham game's going to be a next-gen.
Well, that'll be interesting.
Or cross-gen title, I believe.
Perhaps, yes.
Speaking of Arkham Origins, an Amazon listing has revealed that Deathstroke will be a playable character in the game. Turns out he'll be playable for challenge maps, like the Joker was from Arkham Asylum.
I quite like them.
Mean, yeah, sure, but I think it would have been more fun if
he had his own campaign.
Something like Catwoman, you know.
I'm sure they will do something like that, like Harley Quinn's Revenge. They'll probably go with a Deathstroke side of the story.
Actually,
what was he doing during this point type thing?
You're actually making me want to play Batman again.
It's amazing.
I need to play it again because I started my
Platinum
new game plus, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get a platinum. I'm too bad at all of the, you know.
You're bad at games.
No, I'm bad at the challenge maps. That's what I was saying. Before we move on though, speaking of Amazon, a listing for Mirror's Edge 2 has appeared on Amazon Germany. Now, no official announcements have been made regarding a sequel to Mirror's Edge, but the idea should make our CEO very happy, considering Josh is one of the only people that actually really likes Mirror's Edge. Also my girlfriend, but you know.
Also, usually when stores release game names like that, it usually turns out to be true, especially with Amazon.
So finally, you'll get to see some Mirror's Edge 2 action. There you go. I hope you're happy. Anyway, moving back up.
Housemarque, or House Marquee, which I prefer that one over Housemarque, because Housemarque just sounds stupid.
It does.
Studio known for hits such as Dead Nation, Outland, and most notably Super Stardust, has announced the spiritual successor to Super Stardust.
Out of all those, Super Stardust is the best
For
one.
PlayStation 4.
Yeah. Nothing. There more information on the currently unnamed title will be released in the coming months. So most likely we'll hear something about it at E3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably. I'd see that happening. It'd probably be like, look, you can use your Vita as the controller for a game like that.
It'll be like the GameCube all over again. Oh my god!
No.
But that's what they did. That's
The
what they did with
Xbox will be like the
Force.
Dreamcast.
Oh, one can only hope. Speaking of which, we're gonna get to that soon. That's actually our topic of the week. And
Okay.
I know that Albert is listening and just waiting. Cause cause all week he's been like, man, I can't wait to hear the hole you're gonna rip into the Xbox. So, everybody needs to, so Tom, I know that it's hard for you, but conserve your hate for the topic of the week. Because I want you to just let loose.
Cool.
Alright. Moving on. What's next? What are we doing? I got one. See, we did not prepare,
Whenever you're ready.
GTA 5 special and collector's editions have been revealed. The special edition comes with a nice steelbook case. It's got some art of the characters on it. A blueprint map of Los Santos, a boost to the character's special ability bars, more stunt plane challenges, and bonus outfits and weapons. Additional weapons will be available for free. The pistol .50, I don't know guns, so I'm just reading what it says. Bullpup shotgun, a hammer melee weapon. The collector's edition comes with all that and more. It comes with a security deposit bag, which I kind of want. A snapback cap with embroidered Los Santos, Rockstar, and V logos. V for 5, if you were confused. I don't think you were, but you know. And the ability to use classic GTA characters when playing online. Now that's the part that is most interesting to me. I want the bag, but being able to play as classic GTA characters online is interesting. Are they gonna up-res it? Is it gonna, cause they did that with Max Payne 3's multiplayer as well.
Yeah.
You could play as the character models from the first two. And they didn't really look that good. But maybe they'll up-res them a little bit, make them look better, like these GTA characters. That in the bag, because I don't really wear hats, but I might wear this one, are really the ones that make me oh, I think I want this. But I'm sure that will be DLC at some point. So, what I'm really missing out on is the bag. Oh well. Additionally, you'll get the 1930s style Hot Knife Hot Rod and the Carbon RS sports bike for use in single player and the Chameleon electric car for use online. Finally, if you pre-order any version of the game, special, collectors, or retail, you will be able to pilot the atomic blimp vehicle in-game.
Can I just say, I saw this whole collector's edition, I was looking at it, I'm a bit miffed at it. Why have they put DLC stuff behind a paywall? I wouldn't mind if you pre-ordered it, you got it. But the fact that, even on the highest paid version, there's stuff, I didn't care about DLC. The physics. Yeah, I really want that Hot Knife Hot Rod, and you get, a garage as well in the game, and then get, an extra building to have. And then you're just going to miss out otherwise, so I'm not happy about that, to be honest.
Yeah, I understand. I actually had a crisis when I saw this. I was like, oh my god, I want this so bad. And my girlfriend, my loving girlfriend said, no, don't do that. You need to save your money. And I was like, okay.
He's buy a PS4, bruh.
I do. That's what I'm saving for, is a PS4 and also a very expensive video camera. And, moving out at some point. Okay.
So do you want me to hop to the
Yes,
other
please.
news? Okay. Square Enix president and CEO Mike Fisher has left the company to take a new vice president job at Amazon Japan. In other Square Enix news, they have announced that Final Fantasy 15, A Realm Reborn, will hit both... 14, yep, there you go. A Realm Reborn will hit both the PC and PlayStation 3. Hey, what's happening?
Sorry.
Dude.
Since we're running around, I was trying to...
You stupid fuck, why'd you move it?
Jeez! Right. I told you to conserve your hate!
Right. The Realm Reborn will hit both the PC and PlayStation 3 on August 27th. Former big-time company Atari is auctioning off its intellectual properties in order to stop the company's road to bankruptcy. The auction will take place over 4 days during July. In EA news, they have said they will reveal more information about their partnership with Disney regarding Star Wars during their E3 press conference on June 10th. Very exciting. They will also disclose more information about the next-gen Need for Speed title. Not so exciting. EA's Blake Jorgensen?
Yeah, go with that.
Jorgensen?
Okay, Blake Jorgensen talked about the deal EA has made with Disney regarding this Star Wars license. He specifically mentioned the Battlefront series. Oh my god! The opportunity to do a new Battlefront, for example, which is one of the very popular Star Wars games, or some of the other traditional games that were made, is very exciting. So EA own
now,
DICE.
Tom? Is that going to make you happy?
Yes, because EA own DICE, and now they own Battlefront, so
Jeez.
it's going to happen.
My god!
That was just my fans in my room.
Oh my god. I'm still laughing at the stupid fuck comment. And finally, to lead us into our topic of the week, so we can finally talk about all this hate, Microsoft released, did a conference on, what was it, Tuesday? For the Xbox One.
Didn't the Xbox One come out in 2001?
So very long.
They did.
I believe it
didn't do too well.
Have you guys seen a picture of the hipster Xbox? Like,
yes.
Xbox One before it was cool.
Yeah. I actually remember when they announced the title. I wasn't watching it because I was preparing for an interview, which I got that job, by the way. So thank you. And also, I don't watch shit I don't care about. So.
Well, here, let me summarize the press conference.
No, summarize.
No, not yet.
Oh.
Hold on.
No.
So I know that when they were watching it, I was in the chat and looking at them, just kind of going off of what they said. Josh said, when they announced the title, Josh said, Xbox One? So you're going from 360 to 1? Let's move forward by moving backward.
Yeah, that was great.
And, the best way to describe the Xbox conference is they didn't show any fucking games. So
actually,
they mentioned games. They didn't actually show games.
Call of Duty.
Nate Gamer said it best. The Xbox One is going to be the most broiest console of all time. Sports. Call of Duty, sports.
The best thing about Call of Duty is that we've added a dog.
Yeah.
I saw an image of apparently during the conference, someone was like there was a video and someone was messing with the dog's like animations, and they moved the jaw open, and it said only one jaw dropped at the Xbox One conference. There's another image of the guy on stage, and he says Xbox games. And then it says, cannot find games.
This is our main segment. Come on, get on with the news bit.
You haven't even said anything about it.
It's one of those things that you kind of had to build up to. So
I'm beyond building. You've gone off on tangent, bruh.
Yeah.
No, because it's about the Xbox.
Super tangent. You just told me off for going off.
Anyway, Microsoft. The news story itself is that Microsoft foresees 1 billion next-gen sales.
That's a lot of scrap they're selling.
So they either need to have a spectacular E3 conference or set the bar much lower.
Still sell. If you sell them to a junkyard, yeah, it works.
The best way, one of the best ways to describe, I've described it this way for people that have watched both console reveal conferences for Sony and Xbox. Remember in the PS4 conference when Square Enix came out and they were like, "We're working on something big. It's a great game, but we can't show you till E3. So see you then." That was the entire Xbox One conference. It was like, we have games, but you'll have to wait till E3. It was like, then why bother? Like, basically what the Xbox One is right now. Basically what the Xbox One is right now is a glorified cable box.
James Pongello, EIC of VGU, basically called it a VCR. Basically.
There is actually like an image somewhere of like it says Xbox One and it's like a VCR and a controller and a Kinect on it.
Mm.
It's like ridiculous. So now I didn't watch the conference. I only know what I've heard. Did you guys watch the conference?
I watched a summary.
I watched the whole thing.
Okay, Allan, you should start us off. I want you to take the reins on this topic of the week, and we'll comment on what you saw.
Motherfucker. Go on then.
Okay.
Because you're the only person that's seen the whole thing.
Basically, Donnie Video Games, aka Don Matrick, came out and said. He essentially just came out, showed off, like lifted up a curtain essentially, or whatever it is. Whatever it was.
I don't know. We didn't watch it.
Xbox One, and the chat was essentially, what?
And apparently the cheering from that, Adam Sessler, a well-known video game journalist, said the cheering was coming from Microsoft employees at the back of the room and not from the press at the event.
Yeah, like he was like none of the press was cheering. It was all coming from the back, and I'm pretty sure that's where the Microsoft employees were sitting.
Yeah, pretty much.
What an awful name. This is what I don't get. For the 360, their justification for calling it that was because they didn't want to release a product called like the Xbox 2 when another product called the PlayStation 3 was coming out, because it made their product look inferior.
Also, the PS2 was still a mighty force at the time.
Yeah, exactly. You couldn't compete with the PS2. And Xbox died pretty much for it, even though it's a more powerful machine when it came out.
Yeah.
The original one. And then now they called it the Xbox One. I mean, whatever. And also, surely that shows, that's just confusing. That's the Wii U type of move. If you went to a thing I want to trade in my Xbox One, what are you going to think? It sounds like you want to trade in your original Xbox.
Yeah, exactly. The Xbox... Tom, you were about to explain a summary that you saw, which I also saw because based on what you were about to say. Why don't you go ahead and tell us what you saw?
Well, I'll go through a few bullet points, about 6 to illustrate a point. TV. TV, yeah. Television. TV.
Uh-huh.
Television, TV. Can I just... the biggest problem with this is a European standpoint. We don't have the cable clusterfuck that you do over there. So this TV stuff is just irrelevant to an European audience. And I think Microsoft, once again, have shot themselves in the foot and they're going to miss out on their European audience.
Yeah.
And because Sony is king over here.
It really is.
Yeah, not as much as Japan, obviously, but yeah, we're Xbox is not as big as it is in America. And I just think them focusing on, trying to win over cable companies and all these things, like, it's just not going to fly. And then they had their Netflix service is going to be behind a paywall again, I understand, because they're not dropping the subscription fees.
Yeah.
They're continuing with that.
Do you really think they would?
Yeah, but it's ridiculous.
You would think that they would be smart enough to be like, yeah, actually, we should probably. PlayStation is doing a great job here with no fees, so maybe we should consider that.
Well, it's just exactly. In fact, like they got away with it for the later half of the Xbox 360 because it was already in place and it's been going well. But since the induction of PlayStation Plus, which is widely known as it's great value for money and it's optional. You don't have to have Plus to play games online.
Yeah, as we've discussed before, if you have the choice between Xbox Live and PlayStation Plus, it's PlayStation Plus all the way, because Xbox Live you have to play online. You don't need PlayStation Plus. But if you do have it, you get to have, discounts on games every week. And new free games, all the time. Meanwhile, you have to have Xbox Live, pay $50, $60 a year just to play online, and you don't get any discounts in their store.
If PlayStation doesn't reveal that you need to pay a subscription, then they are in trouble. They need to justify why they're charging, and if their justification is going to be TV, then they've lost Europe.
Yeah, seriously, I don't have to have PlayStation Plus to watch my Netflix or my Hulu Plus or anything. I don't have to spend an extra fee just to watch something.
And you pay this extra fee and you still see adverts.
Exactly.
That's preposterous as well. And I think the only reason I could see people buying Xbox in Europe are the hardcore Call of Duty fans, because they get timed exclusive again. Well, whoop-de-frick.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, you have timed we have exclusive games, a lot more high quality ones. But they're claiming they have 15 exclusives in the line.
15 exclusives, 8 are new IPs, 7 are existing IPs. So I'm assuming that at least one of those is Steel Battalion.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Oh god! After the amazing last one, yeah.
I mean, all you can say is cool, because they didn't show any of them.
Well,
they mentioned them.
I can see why they haven't, because they know they're going to have to fight against PlayStation and during E3, because that's where because the event they had it was more for a television audience, like anyone. E3 is going to be for gamers and their gaming enthusiast press, so they're going to be showing their games there, but they got to have big enough titles to win over those, just win people over, because the PlayStation, in my opinion, and I know it's biased, we are a PlayStation podcast, I don't own an Xbox, but I
used to own an Xbox. Allan has an Xbox. So we at least have two-thirds of our podcast do have experience with the system.
But from a European perspective, they're going to have to pull out something amazing, and not the Halo television series.
Steven Spielberg is on that.
Oh, whoop-de-frick, what? He's producing it. That's
Steven Spielberg produced it. Steven Spielberg at this point is like Jerry Bruckheimer in terms of production. Yeah. He'll produce anything at this point.
Yeah, he just has his name attached to it, and maybe he signed a bit of paperwork and looked at it once.
Because, that used to be the thing. Everybody would be like, oh man, Steven Spielberg's name is on this. And then when they finally realized that, he's just producing it, people started getting wise, just because he's producing it doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah, it's like Nolan's been attached to the new Superman film, which...
The Man of Steel.
Yeah, I mean, the film looks good, but, Nolan, realistically, he has very little to do with it.
Yes, exactly.
But they know that his name sells because he's, built up a really good reputation with not just the Batman trilogy, but also because of his earlier films.
And it helps because, let's be honest, Zack Snyder, who is the director for this Man of Steel picture, he's hit or miss.
Yeah, well, and 300 is a divisive film.
300 was okay, And Watchmen was pretty good for what he did with it. I never saw the Owl movie that he did, but it looked fucking horrifying because it's so weird to watch owls talk, like realistic looking owls talk.
Guardians of Ga'Hoole?
Yes. But I heard it was very good. And Sucker Punch was just fucking terrible. So
I love that the thing. It's like he was so excited because it was like the first original thing he's done that he wrote or that he had so much involvement with.
Sucker
and it just
Punch?
bombed. Yeah.
Sucker Punch was just terrible.
I almost watched that at the weekend, strangely enough.
You know, he would be perfect. He'd be the perfect guy to make a Call of Duty movie.
Probably.
Yeah.
Him or Michael Bay, I mean, let's be honest.
Well, Michael Bay is tied up with Transformers.
And well, now he's tied up with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Alien Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Alien Megan Fox.
No, they're back to they're back to mutants.
But
because
that'll make me see it any sooner.
But yeah, anyway, back to Xbox. Yeah, television series. What the fuck? Stupid. Who cares? And they got their Quantum Break. I think that's tied to a television series as well.
No. It's
It's a Remedy.
It's
a Remedy.
It's a combination of live action and gameplay.
Oh right.
So like a woman is talking to this orphan girl, and she's like, "What makes you so special?" The girl puts her hand like to the woman's face.
Mm-hmm.
And it just shows, like, the apocalypse, basically. Or a whole bunch of shit getting blown up and destroyed. And then it goes to gameplay.
Well?
But they also showed off Forza 5, which, do people even care anymore?
Like, who cares about Forza?
Yeah, and then it doesn't compete with Gran Turismo, which is, strangely enough, Gran Turismo 5, I didn't know this, is the best-selling PlayStation 3 game of all time. I know, you wouldn't believe that. Yeah, it is. It makes Sony stupid money and is super popular.
Wow.
And Forza means nothing.
Yeah.
Then they must be really looking forward to Gran Turismo 6.
Well, they always release two. Yeah.
Forza is the old busted, Gran Turismo is the new hotness.
Well, it's just Forza's just an arcade racer, which they're trying to get simmy, but no, because
I'll say I do miss Project Gotham.
Yeah.
You know what I miss sometimes? I've only played two racing games that I really liked, and it was Split Second and Burnout Paradise. I missed those.
Well, they're still out there. I miss Ridge Racer Type 4 on a PlayStation 1. That game was
Ridge Racer!
Seriously though, Ridge Racer Type 4, PS1, probably the best racing game I've ever played.
Yeah, people are actually comparing the Xbox One reveal to Sony's E3 2006 press conference.
It's because at the time, PlayStation was huge. The PlayStation 2 was huge, and they went to PlayStation 3. Yeah. Their hubris is their ego. They thought they could go in there, here's this
like $599 US American dollars.
It's this massive, here's this super powerful machine. People just develop for it, whatever. It's super complicated, but our console sells, so develop for it. And then, consumers, we make the best shit, buy it. And then Microsoft came in here's an alternative. We're cheaper.
And I'll give them that. That worked.
Exactly. That's why 360. As much as a PlayStation fan, they did win this generation, in my opinion. Sony caught up near the end, towards the end, but I think,
Well, they had a rocky start because of that conference.
But Microsoft isn't learning from Sony's mistakes, from what I've seen, and they've gotten cocky. They're just, the subscription is just. It shows it, proves it.
It's the last straw. It's we can't do this anymore.
Unless if Sony doesn't have a subscription, I think they've really won it.
Yeah, seriously, it's how can you ask us to keep paying?
Yeah,
And Nintendo's just there in the background.
Nintendo's we've been out for a while.
Yeah, we've been out since last year, but okay, whatever.
Well, they had to release then, but Nintendo fucked themselves up for so many reasons. Not just because the hardware is shit, but because the naming is confusing. Everything's confusing. The adverts are confusing. if I wasn't in the know, I'd be confused. It does look like a Wii with a tablet, and the fact that that's a new console and hasn't got any mind-blowing graphics, hasn't got any mind-blowing games, so...
Most of its opening lineup was,
and I mean, how long's it been out now?
It's been out since, November, I think?
And there's barely anything for it that,
Zombie U.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's hardly... There's nothing on it that makes you want to go out and buy it just for the games. Like, why would you buy it? What would you use it for? Like, it's just going to collect dust.
And Zombie U wasn't, really that good. Josh Mobley has one, a Wii U, and he says, I haven't played Wii U games on it. I play from the store.
I think Microsoft's trying to, that press conference, obviously trying to attract a more casual audience, but it was attracting a casual American audience, and I think they messed up there. You can't expect to expand your audience by targeting a specific country.
Yeah, you really gotta get back, to more hardcore games.
Well, what really speaks to hardcore gamers?
What?
An NFL partnership with Xbox TV.
Yeah, which is exclusive to America.
Yeah.
Now, the video that I saw, a summary of the Xbox One conference, was basically just spliced inferences in which everyone said each time someone said television or TV.
Yeah,
it was
television, TV.
It was like TV, television, TV. The Xbox One will be the next water cooler. TV, television, TV. Sports. Call of Duty, COD, COD. Call of Duty now has a dog. Call of Duty, TV, television, sports, TV, Xbox One.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. I saw that video, and it was pretty much that. I've watched certain sequences of it because I don't care about most of it. I wanted to see how they presented it, and I think even when they're doing the boring bit, Sony did that much better. And Sony's notorious for doing terrible, tedious PowerPoints and graphs. But no, Sony was smart to have. Mark Cerny come up and show, what from an engineering point of view, what this thing was. And it wasn't a press conference what Sony did. It was a meeting. They didn't present it as a press conference. It built hype. It showed they were taking their company in a new direction. They learned from their mistakes and, addressed the problems with the PlayStation 3. But Microsoft has just gone in and going, 360's best thing ever. We got Call of Duty. We're going to have TV series and exclusive.
Didn't they start off by saying, remember the Xbox 360? Oh, man, let me show you a video about how great these games looked.
They showed off the blades.
Jeez.
I miss the blades so much.
Jeez. Yeah. So dumb.
Can I, a fellow writer for VGU, Chris Irv, he said the best summary of it on Tuesday. Microsoft better be handing out blowjobs at E3 regardless. This reveal was lame.
Yeah. I mean, Sony has to royally fuck up at E3 for Xbox to win this year.
I think there is bad news that Sony's going to have to break regarding
price.
Not only price. I think they're going to have parity with the prices with the Xbox this time. It's not going to be a huge gap between the prices, but I think in terms of stuff like how it's going to handle used games and online passes, because rumors are Sony's going to be letting publishers decide, which sounds like what's going on at the moment with just here's an online pass in the box if you buy it new. But then there's other rumors like Microsoft's doing it, you can't, once you play the game on a console, it's tied to that console. And then you have to pay the full price if you want to try it on a different console. That's rumors at the moment. But,
which is not, well, I mean, at least one rumor wasn't true. We give them this much credit.
Always
it is
on.
not an always online console.
But you do have to authenticate it every 24 hours.
Yeah.
Which still means you pretty much need to be always on. You need to have internet connection daily, which is essentially always on. So, yeah.
So, I expect this. I'm not a fan of Xbox. They have nothing for me, except for one thing, which we will actually discuss in a little bit, because that's one of Albert's questions. But, actually this is a pretty good time to turn to the question corner. Since we're still fired up about Xbox. Let me find it real quick. Okay. Albert has a few Xbox One related questions. First of all, what, if anything, from the Xbox One that isn't on the PS4 would you like to see on the PS4? Or think is interesting? My personal answer is Quantum Break. Like, everybody knows I'm a huge Remedy fan. I love Max Payne. I loved Alan Wake. I'm sad that Remedy is in Microsoft's pocket, but hey, we've got Quantic Dream, so I guess it's even.
Yeah, and that's coming out this year as well, Beyond Two Souls.
Exactly. Although I still wish I could play Quantum Break, but I'm not going to buy an Xbox One to do it. So, they're still out of luck. What about you guys? Was there anything from the Xbox One that you were just like, well, I mean, I kind of wish that was on the PlayStation?
Oh my god, that exclusive timed Call of Duty maps looked amazing. I can't wait to spend money first. No.
Why can't I have a fucking dog?
Well, yeah, but we will still get the dog. That's the thing.
I know.
Stupid. Honestly, nothing I saw was like shit. Like, I really want, if only that was on this during that conference. I didn't think anything was that good, apart from maybe I liked how fast it was switching between menus on a few things they showed, but we don't. How much of that is real time?
Mm-hmm. How about you, Alan?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
PlayStation to the end.
Yeah.
Says the one guy that still has an Xbox.
I'm the real PlayStation purist.
Here, this says the best. The way everything is in my room right now, my PS3 is higher than my 360. That says it all.
Tom, you say you're the PlayStation purist, but didn't you mention a few weeks ago that you never owned a PlayStation 2?
What? No.
Who was it then?
I think it was
it Nate?
It must have been Nate.
I grew up. My first ever console was a PlayStation 1. Then when I saved up for a PlayStation 2, and then saved up for a PlayStation 3.
Yeah, well, there you go.
How long did it take you to save up for the PS3?
Not too long, strangely enough. I spent. It came out because it came out a year later in Europe.
Right.
Not a whole, which they're not. That's another thing I was going to bring up. I forgot. Sony recently have been putting adverts in UK newspapers saying it's coming 2013, which shows
that like they're going to release at the same time.
Yeah, so they're not screwing over Europe this time. They know Europe's their stronger market, and they're going to fight to keep it seems. So yeah, so 2013 release for PlayStation 4 Europe instead of what they did with the PlayStation 3, which was delay it till March. I think it came out in November in America.
Yeah.
And then it didn't come out until March next year for PlayStation. And then I got it in May of that year. So 2 months after its release in my country. Yeah.
Okay, so the next question that he had was, being as unbiased as you can, which for me means pretty much not at all, how would you grade the conference and the system itself? I say 0. No, just kidding. There is there is like no incentive for me at this point to ever even consider getting an Xbox One. That being said, it's not like it's not like the console looks terrible. They mentioned that they have games, they just didn't show any games. But I'm still gonna give it like a 3. Like, out of 10. What about you guys?
Well, the press conference itself was super awkward. Did you see the not so live, was it the Skype discussion?
I did not.
It's a nice bit of cringe to watch there. It's just awkward, but yeah, I think the whole press conference was terrible. It was terrible for gamers. It was condescending for the average user. I think it was just, too many buzzwords. It was pandering to their partners, i.e. EA, because, we saw the sports games, but we didn't actually see proper gameplay, didn't see anything of it. It's just, we have these games, but then it's coming out on all devices. It's just a partnership they got. So, for maybe exclusive DLCs or timed exclusive a la Call of Duty, but it's just, I think the console itself, I'm sure it's a good bit of hardware. I'm not going to deny that, but I think it's going to be a useless bit of hardware for Europeans unless they can, and with a subscription, they need to figure out a way to entice, Europeans and anyone really, if PlayStation is going to be offering their their console for free online. So I'm going to say press conference 1, and then depending on the games and what Sony does with their subscription, I'm going to give Microsoft the benefit of the doubt and give it a 4 out of 10. The console itself.
Mm-hmm. Well, how about you, Allan?
2.9.
2.9. What drops you down a smidge?
The fact that they were mainly going after the dude bros.
That's fair. I can see that.
Fucking dude bros.
I can see that. That's been the way of the console. It's been the way of Xbox for a long time now. What with Gears of War and Halo, they're just always like, oh, dude, bro, oh yeah, oh my god, or something like that. I don't know what dude bros sound like because I don't hang out with dude bros, but I suspect that they sound something like that. All right.
So, in all fairness to Microsoft, it was, unlike Sony, the event was televised. So,
Sony
to get dude bros going, yeah, Xbox. So, just to get the unwashed masses.
I don't know what dude bros sound like at all.
But it's still, like Allan said, it was just targeted towards that. But it was condescending in how they did it, I thought. It was just, no one's that stupid. If they have any interest in it, no one's that stupid.
How do you mean how they were condescending?
I was like, television entertainment in your room. Ooh, look at this graphic.
Because nobody has televisions in their room.
Oh, stupid buzzwords. It is really like talking to you like you were 4. It's just like this was some sort of magic thing, magic box. No,
right?
I don't know. It's just stupid.
Excuse me. I believe there's only one more question that he has. He says, with the news of 15 console exclusives for the Xbox One, obviously something they aped from Sony, what other things do you think Microsoft will buy from Sony, PS3, or PS4? Well, if they're smart, they will nix that whole fucking subscription thing, but they're not going to do that. So, there you go. Obviously they, as we discussed, they want those exclusives, something that they probably got from Sony because, let's be honest, Sony has so many exclusives. That's one of the reasons that I got
it. And it's hard. It's not just the amount of exclusives, it's the quality of exclusives that we have. I mean, we got the Uncharted series, the Ratchet and Clanks, we got, even, obscure, well, I say obscure, that's saying, Gran Turismo, it's just a lot of these games and, well made. And then we got The Last of Us coming up, we've got, weird indie games like Journey, we got the, Quantic Dream games, just obscure, but they're supported by Sony. I don't know.
When I got my PS3, the reason I was getting it was because there was no, I had an Xbox, but I couldn't play Uncharted. I couldn't play Infamous. I couldn't play Ratchet and Clank. I couldn't play I couldn't play Little Big Planet. They had all these exclusives and I felt like I was missing out. What did the Xbox have? They had Halo, which I didn't really much care for, and they had Fable, which I hated, and they had Gears of War, which I kind of liked, but after a couple of plays, you're just like, all right, I'm done.
Well, here's an example. My girlfriend isn't a gamer, but she just this year bought a PlayStation 3 because of Uncharted and Little Big Planet, and Sly. Because, they're appealing, but Xbox, what does it have? It has shooters, concentrates on this Halo, it's Gears of War, it's Call of Duty. It puts so much effort into marketing and, playing these games, and very little, AAA platformers and, story-based games like that. I think they're too narrow-minded, and like Allan said, they target the Dubro audience, and I think they're going to go too far this time.
Yeah.
And
as far as things that they've taken from Sony, what do you think, Tom?
The monumental fuck-up launch, I'm guessing.
Do you think there are other things that they will take?
Yeah. I just think what they will take, I don't know. I know they've eliminated Microsoft points now, haven't they?
Yes, I believe they did.
Yeah, I heard something about that. So I think they've already done that, it makes sense. Because why? Why do you need to pay to put fake currency on the account instead of just paying like you would any other item?
Yeah, exactly. And like Microsoft points, the exchange rate was so weird. It was like $8, 400 points. I was like, what?
Yeah, but yeah, well, it's just unnecessarily convoluted, that system. But I don't know what they're going to. I've noticed their console was black instead of white. Mm-hmm. So
this is true. Well, they're also, the first Xbox was black.
Yeah, but that was black and green.
And then the newest Xbox 360 was black.
That was the Elite version, yeah.
That was the Elite, yeah. The first PlayStation was gray, so.
Well, and they've also taken the Blu-ray drive, and I'm not sure.
Yes!
I'm pretty sure that the Blu-ray drive was Sony proprietary stuff, so I have a feeling they've had to pay Sony at some stage some amount of money.
Maybe.
I know that Blu-ray's tied to Sony, because that was what Microsoft was competing with Sony, was their HD DVD versus Blu-ray.
I remember there was
and then
when they announced that they did the Blu-ray, that they were doing Blu-ray, the guys in the chat were like, well, they kind of had to. That HD DVD just fucking failed.
Yeah, and plus porn is on Blu-ray. And that's
the HD DVD, I remember my brother got an Xbox 360 for Christmas, which, what a dick. I paid for mine. But the guy that got it for him also got him a couple of HD DVDs, which were like really strange ones. Like I think one of them was like Helen Mirren in the Queen and whatnot. I was like, why? like you realize that these are not the types of movies that they watch. Mm-hmm. But I was like, why when I saw them, I was like, they make these? I knew of Blu-rays, I didn't know about HD DVDs. That's how bad those failed.
Yeah.
Allan, what about you? What do you think?
Wait, what?
Fucking goddamn it. Do you think there's anything else that Microsoft has kind of ripped from Sony?
Or is going to rip?
He's thinking.
I wasn't sure if I couldn't hear him then. When you were going, I thought you were like, listen to his answer.
Like fooling
I was
he's like, wait, what? What'd you say? Can you hear me?
I have a feeling they may try to do something like they may try to do a ripoff of Plus.
Yeah.
You think they'll try to do discounts and whatnot?
Well, because there's going to be so much. Like Nate Hull said it best on the GamerCast. Xbox
I like
One
how
special.
every time Allan quotes somebody, he says, "They said it best."
Yeah, he did. He's like, every single thing they mentioned sounded like it was going to be behind a paid wall. So,
if Microsoft is smart, they will implement a discount system.
yeah, because they do have some sales, but
nothing near as good as, what we see on PlayStation Plus.
Yeah. Perhaps they won't clutter their bloody, menus with ads and keep it clean like the PlayStation. Which I don't get. PlayStation keeps getting a lot of shit from, I listen to lots of different podcasts, and a lot of them give them shit because the cross-media bar is really hard to use. I argue it's not. And I think it's much cleaner, and it doesn't change every 2 minutes. Like, I've seen, one of my friends says, my flatmate has an Xbox 360, and his has changed twice since I've, lived with him. And I haven't lived with him that long, it's just, just needs consistency, and no ads, because if you're charging mandatory fees, why are there adverts?
I don't know. It's dumb.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yep.
So those are all the questions of the week. That is our topic of the week. Our question corner, we haven't gotten to the question of the week yet, but obviously it's going to be about the Xbox One. So, our question to you, listeners, we didn't really prepare one. We're thinking about maybe taking one of
We need to talk about last week's question, don't we?
We do, and I'll talk about that in just a second. But I was wondering what you guys thought. What do you think we should ask? Something about the Xbox One, obviously. But what do you think? Do you think we should ask what Microsoft could possibly do to be a legitimate competitor to Sony?
Oh, no, I could say, I was asked something, how could Sony fuck up or win E3?
Fair enough.
But without the expletive, obviously.
How could okay. What do you think, Allan? Do you think that's a good one?
yeah.
Alright. So be it. Our question of the week, he's like, whatever. Our question of the week to you listeners is, how do you is there any way that Sony could lose E3? Or definitively win E3? So, basically, where do you think that Sony is
so
at?
How could Sony win or lose E3?
Yeah, basically. Because wherever I'm sure that a lot of people that are listening to this, obviously, think that they've already won. So, I think our question is really, do you think Sony could lose E3 at this point? So, that's going to be our question of the week. We had a question last week. It was a real thinker. We only got one answer from Albert. Nate Gamer had asked, he said, what do you think it would take to make the public take pro gaming as seriously as professional sports? Tom, you weren't here. Do you have an answer for that?
I say nothing. It can't.
I
think it will never be taken seriously as a professional. I mean, I'm a gamer and I don't take it seriously. So the fact, to expect a casual gamer, not even a gamer, to take to it isn't going to happen. I think, and I think calling it a sport as well is, I think, demeans those who actually do, train and, go through on these ridiculous diets and all this. Well, what do gamers do? They just sit on the same thing for hours and hours, becoming, so they master it. But, I don't know. I don't think it's a sport, and I don't think it can be taken seriously as one.
Well, Albert agrees with you. I asked the question. He said, not to be a downer, but it will never be. Video games have to be taken more seriously in the general public first. Secondly, sports in the U.S. have over a century of tradition and legacy that transcends sports. I guess so. Also, the name esports does not help, in my opinion. When people think of the word sport, they expect physical activity. Video games are seen more as a skill, so professional gaming might be a more appropriate name. I agree with that. You know, I was discussing with a friend a couple days ago, about our very own CEO, Josh Mobley. They were watching a basketball game on TV, trying to watch our local team try to win because we'd gotten really far in the playoffs. And he kept complaining. He kept saying, "Oh man, basketball's so boring. Like sports are so boring. Why do people like sports?" But he counters with, "I could watch people do professional gaming like all day." It's like, I can't.
No.
I don't know about you guys, but I can't. Like, I can't just sit down and let people take it seriously. Like just watch people like play Dota and shit all day, just like competitively. I can't do that. That's boring. Now I can watch people make jokes about it, like Machinima's two best friends play, or our very own VGU Plays. I can watch that all day. That's funny. But to watch like a Dota match and people are telling like, okay, dude, go over here and do it, you know, trying to be fucking serious about it, that's boring. Like, I'm not gonna watch that. I will never watch that. But apparently our CEO can. That's his thing. Anyhow, that was our last week's, question of the week. This week's question, again, what do you think it would take for Sony to actually lose E3? To lose the advantage that they have over the Xbox One. Because let's be honest, if you're going to pick between one of them, it's got to be the PS4, unless you're an idiot. Talking to you, dude, bros.
Too true.
So that's about going to wrap us up for this week. Can't wait to see you next week. Thank you for listening to VGU.TV's PlayStation podcast, The DualShock Show. Rate and subscribe to our iTunes under DualShock Show. Give us 5 stars. Give us 4 stars. Give us 3 stars, but 2 or 1. That's kind of a blow to our self-esteem. But maybe you can leave us a review. I mean, I'll listen to you send me hate mail all day. Maybe. Don't send it to my VGU email. I don't use it. But if you want to leave us an iTunes review, I'd love to hear it. I keep telling my girlfriend, I'm like, you should leave reviews. She's like, that's weird. I don't want to be the only person. I'm like, but then you can start, but then if you leave one, maybe other people will. She's like, but I'm biased. So I was like, but they don't know that!
Yeah, they really don't know. Well, they'll know when they listen to this episode.
They wouldn't know
Just change your iTunes name to Not Matt's Girlfriend and you'll be alright.
Like, they won't know. Like, they don't know her name. Anyway. Please visit our website, VGU.TV. Find us on Facebook or tweet at us at VGU.TV. You can also find us on YouTube at VGU.TV Official, where you can also find this podcast in video format. DualShock also has a Facebook and Twitter of their own. You can find us at DualShock Show for both. That's all one word. Or if you want to tweet at us individually, Allan is at the Allan Muir. That is TheAllanMuir. I am at Mattman07. That's with 2 T's, in case you were wondering. And Tom is at Gaming Hobbyist. All one word. This is a PlayStation show, so we also have PlayStation Network IDs. Allan is that Jew boy. ThatJewBoi. He's Jewish. It's not racist. I am Mattman310. Again, 2 T's. And Tom is Pi_guy. That's Pi Guy, the guy with the pie. Thank you again for listening to DualShock, and we will see you next time. Never stop playing.